Alright guys, 2 left and then we're going to be done with this here. So the next one is this here. 8x cubed plus 13x over x squared plus 2 squared. Now, for this here, for space, there we go. The denominator is as factored as it's going to be. X squared plus 2 doesn't factor any further, so we can leave it as this here. Now the first denominator will be x squared plus 2 to the first. Now because it's squared, we'd also have x squared plus 2 squared, and we would just keep doing each one to the next power. So to the first, to the second, if it was cubed, it would have to the third, and we'd keep going out. Now because the denominator has an x squared, or the power or degree is 2, the top would have to be 1. We'd have to have x and then a constant term. For the next one, well, we would have cx plus d. If what's on bottom had been x cubed, on top would have been ax squared plus bx plus. Questions on how we set this up? Now at this point here, we're going to multiply by the bottom of the fraction on the right. Now on the left side, the x squared plus 2 squared is going to cancel, leaving us with 8x cubed plus 13x. In the middle, one of the x squared plus 2 will cancel with the square, leaving us with ax plus b times x squared plus 2, plus these will cancel out completely, leaving us with cx plus d. Now we do need to distribute out in the center. Ax times x squared is going to be ax cubed. Ax times 2 is plus 2ax. B times x squared is plus bx squared. And b times 2 is plus 2b. Plus our cx plus b. Now, as we did yesterday, we can rearrange these terms on the left if we want. 8x cubed plus 13x. To get the like terms next to each other, well, x cubed, ax cubed is the only one with x cubed. Bx squared is the only one with x squared. Now x, we do have 2ax plus cx. And then our no x terms, we have 2b plus d. So we do have a few statements that line up. Our x cubes, 8x cubed, this should equal our ax cubed plus b, or ax cubed, just ax cubed. Went a little too farther. Because ax cubed, 8x cubed, they're going to match up. Next one we have is our bx squared. Well, since there is no x squared term over here, it's going to be equal to 0. Our x term, 13x, is going to match up with our 2ax plus cx. And our two constant terms are going to line up with 0. Now the first two are kind of nice. 8x cubed, ax cubed. Well, that's just telling us that a is what? 8. Bx squared equals 0. B has to be 0. We got 2 done so far. Now, for our middle one, well, 13 is equal to 2 times a. Well, we know a is 8 plus c. 2 times 8 is 16. Minus 16 from both sides, telling us c is negative 3. And lastly, with 0 equals 2b plus d, well, b was 0. Which is telling us d is also 0. So a is 8, b is 0, c is negative 3, d is 0. So we can go back to the top and fill in what we found. So ax plus b, well, that'd be 8x plus 0, or just 8x over x squared plus 2. Plus c, we found to be negative 3, so negative 3x plus 0, which would just be negative 3x over x squared plus 2 squared. And that's it. Questions on this here? I believe this here is the last one, yes? Right. Just like the last one, we're going to set this all up almost the exact same way. X squared plus 4 squared, we're going to have x squared plus 4 as the first denominator, x squared plus 4 squared as the second. And again, just like the last one, we're going to multiply through by x squared plus 4 squared. And simplify where possible. Well, our two ends, our x squared plus 4 squared is going to cancel. In the middle, one of the ones that we're multiplying by will cancel. We're going to be left with 1. Telling us x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 7 is equal to ax plus b times x squared plus 4 plus cx plus d. Like we had last time. Just like last time, we'll need to multiply through. We need to distribute this here. Ax times x is going to be ax cubed. Ax times 4 is going to be plus 4ax. B times x squared is plus bx squared. And b times 4 is plus 4b. Plus cx plus d. Now again, we can rearrange them. Ax cubed is our only x cubed term. Just like last time, bx squared, only term with x squared. Now, we have two x terms. We have 4ax plus cx. And then we have 4b plus d as our constant terms. Now we can group these together. X cubed and ax cubed would go together. Our 3x squared and bx squared. Our negative 2x and 4ax plus cx would go together. And lastly, 7 and our 4b plus d. Now again, just like last time, we have a few that work out nicely. Our x cubed equals ax cubed. Well, a has to be 1, because that's the number in front of our x cubed. 3x squared equals bx squared. Well, b has to be 3. And we can use these to solve for the rest. So the middle, negative 2x, or really negative 2, is equal to 4 times a plus c. 4 times 1 is 4. Minus 4 telling us C is negative 6. And lastly, 7 is equal to 4 times B, 4 times 3, plus D. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract 12 from both sides, telling us D is negative 5. So we have A is 1, B is 3, C is negative 6, and D is negative 5. And we just need to plug back in. Telling us that we have 1x plus 3 over our x squared plus 4 plus C is negative 6. So negative 6 and negative 5. Negative 6x minus 5 over our x squared plus 4 squared. And that's it. Now we could rewrite the second one. We could factor that negative out and say we're subtracting it, or we can leave it on top. Either one works. Questions on this here? All right. That's it.